So hello everyone, my name is Fong, and today I'm super excited to share with you my journey to win a district evaluation championship. Wow. So I'll give you the details, how I prepare myself, how I become who I am today. And a little bit background about me. So my name is Fong Liou, and I joined Taipei Toastmasters in 2019. From 2022 to 2023, I'm the Taipei Toastmasters president. So I'm a president, but back then, evaluation still my nightmare. So if you are today, you are also afraid of evaluations, or you don't like it, that's fine. We'll figure out how to deal with that. And from 2003 and 2024, I'm the A1 director, and 2025, I'm the champion right now. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so before I start here, I want to know a little bit about you. So here, do you think evaluation is a difficult task? Raise your hand. Whoa. Okay, and do you enjoy evaluation? Please raise your hand. Okay, a little bit, of just a few, but that's a good start. Right. And today I want to do something really special, because there are tons of great videos online that shows you how to do evaluations, how to do it, how should you practice yourself. But today I want to do it more like general, make it like a general concept, because maybe you are not into evaluations. So I'll make it like more like a systematic method to learn anything, to achieve your goals, to form a habit. So you can learn from a different perspective. So here's my chapters. I'll put like a storybook. So this is my chapters. First, the sparkle, how motivated me, and the sharpening, how I prepare. And third, the spotlight, on the day of the annual conference, what happened, what's in my mind. Right. So let's go to the chapter 1, the sparkle, where the journey begins. Wow. And let's rewind to a few years ago. In 2019, at night, it's around 9:30 p.m., a young man in Taipei riding his scooters on the way home, and he's not feeling great because he just back from a Toastmasters meetings, and that meeting he screwed up his presentation, his speech again. He wasn't very bummed out. And on the other hand, other senior members in his club was just like cracking jokes, showing humor and confidence. It even sounds like a TED speakers. He always felt overshadowed by them. And that night, or every night, he swore to himself, next time I'm going to be different. I'm going to win over the crowd. And then, nothing changed. Because let's fair. People don't change overnight. You don't just like, okay, I want to change. I want to be different next time. Then a change happens magically, like a charm. That's not possible. So, but I still have a mixed feeling in Toastmasters in my first 2 to 4 years. I struggled. On one hand, I love being there with their friends, very supportive, and they're really nice, always cheer for me. And on the other hand, I always feel like, oh, they're always so great, and I'm just not like that. So I'm really struggled at that time. But I don't find the motivation to change myself, to develop a new habit until 2022. I became the club president. It's really interesting. At that time, I just feel like, okay, I'm the VP, so it's like a natural next move to become a president. And I just like, okay, let's give it a shot. I have no experience, but I think it has a lot of good friends in the club, so let's give it a shot. And it turns out it totally changed my mind. Why? Let's borrow this quote from James Clear from his best-selling books, Atomic Habits, 原子习惯. I believe many of you have heard that. And he mentioned about the key to build a lasting habit is about identity. So don't think about, okay, I want to sleep early every day. I want to wake up early every day. I want to work out every day. Think about the identity first, because your current behaviors are simply a reflection of your current identity. So you don't change because you don't feel like you are someone better. You're just you, the normal you. And the key to build a lasting habit is focus on creating a new identity first and starting to believe new things about yourself. How? Step 1, decide the type of person you want to be. Step 2, prove it to yourself with small wins. So how's that going to apply to me? So usually we are just like, I want to improve my English, but nothing happened. So I changed my mind and changed my perspective to think that in this way, I am a confident and respectful speaker who enjoys the stage while speaking English. And I'm the president, right? So I'm the owner of the house. And I want to make sure everyone enjoy. So that gives me confidence, that boosts my confidence. And reinforce this identity at every meeting. Because as a president, I have to open. So I have to greet everyone, ask them to introduce themselves. So I have to show confidence. I have to care everyone. So I have to improve my English, at least the basic, a very high frequent sentence. I have to be familiar with that, like how to opening, how to greet the guests, like this. Practice and practice. That pushes me to practice. And I feel I'm always thinking about what the president should be like. First, she's the one that built connection. She should know the audience. Before, in the past, I was like, okay, I have a script. I have to be like 100% follow the script. But now, I just forgot the script. Focus on the audience. What do they need? Build a connection. Are they following right now? Or they are already lost? Should I slow down? Or should I speed up? Second, I will try to be confident, even I'm not. Or at least look at it. You have some tips, like you can have a wider gestures, you can slow down your pace, put more pause in your speech to create a sense of confidence. And third, you have to lead by example, like time control. So usually many speakers like overtime a lot. So I have to make sure I deliver speech within time so that everyone can follow my step. And fourth one is, don't be afraid to take bigger role or responsibility. So if everyone interested in become an area director next year, please, you can reach out to me. Because at first I was really afraid I'm going to not doing so well. But actually, no one was prepared at the first place. No one. You have to learn by doing. So being a president is not just about a leader, but also train my speaking because I want to be better. So I have to develop more habits to it. And finally, in 2023, I won the third place of the Division A speech contest. Let's give me applause. Yeah. Actually, a member just came to me after that day and said, Fong, and let me be honest with you. For the first 2 years, I never understand what you're saying in our club. But now you become the third place in Division A contest. That's really great. And I was happy at that time, but with a mixed feeling, because I want to be the first one. I want to be the first place. And fortunately, in that year, we have an evaluation contest as well. And one of our senior member, Oscar, won the division contest. So he made it to the final. So we are going to the annual conference in that year to support him. And that's a game changer. Because at the conference, that's why my first time I joined the annual conference, and I was totally captivated and inspired by the evaluation, all the evaluation contestants out there. Oh, so we can do evaluation like that, so creative, so inspiring, so dynamic. I was so deeply inspired, especially by the champion. She just showed up and without much preparation, just did her evaluation within time, perfect, and lots of creativity out there. I was inspired. And then a new vision pops out to me. I want to shine on the stage and help others grow through my evaluation. Just like an evaluation champion in front of me. I want to become an evaluation champion, a new vision in my mind, a role model, a vivid image in my mind. I want to be like her. So a clear image can help you know the distance between the current yourself and the ideal self. So it's a very important thing for me. And then I have to break down goals. At that time, evaluation was a nightmare, always the nightmares. And I was a little bit embarrassed because I already joined the club for like 3 or 4 years, but I can still do evaluation right. Always nervous, always forgetting my lines and screw up my evaluations. So I break down goals. It's not just okay. From day one, I can know the goals for the whole journey, the whole roadmap. It's like when I'm looking back, I adjust my goals, I adjust my strategies, so I can show you this roadmap. So I have to adjust all the time. So first, I need to overcome the language barriers. So articulation, and I have to know how to build connection, because a lot of evaluators, they always want to just make sure they deliver the speech, follow the script, but they forgot to interact with the audience. And third one, find your own style, because you want to win on the stage, you have to be outstanding, you have to stand out. So find your styles by trying errors. So this is my 3 golden circles. What's your identity? What's your vision? Because you have a vision, okay, this is what I want to do. That's really inspiring. Then break it down to small goals. Okay, so I want to challenge you to can think while you're at your leisure. Like, what's your identity? If you want to achieve something, give yourself an identity. Find some role model, a vision, and then find the first actionable goals for you. So that's my first chapter. And next, I'm going to show you, after listening to how I got motivated, I will show you how I prepare myself to become a champion. So the chapter 2, the sharpening. Not just harder, also smarter. I break into 3 sub-chapters. First, input. Second, output. Third, mindful. Break language barriers, iterate on styles, and live the moment. Let's dig in. So first, input. I believe many of you are not, if you're not a native speaker, please raise your hand. Yeah, and if the language always bothering you, please raise your hand. Yeah, I can feel you, because always there's times you'll feel like, oh, that's a word. What's the word for that? It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can still say that. So I want to fix it by my input method. First is narrow learning. When I was in school, back at school, it's always like, okay, I grab vocabulary books, like 7,000 vocabularies, and just memorize all of them. And after I graduated, it's like the same way. Find some books and rememorize everything. But it's not the same thing for public speaking or speech. You should only learn those what fit your goal and review them and repeat them over. You have watched a video from an evaluation champion, just watch it over and over again, like 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, until you grab the idea of every sentence. Second, use real and natural language, because we mostly learn English from textbooks. So, and the problem is that it's textbook, it's just words, just sentence on there. We don't memorize, those kinds of knowledge cannot stick. Because we are human, we learn things through see things, listen to things, and feel things. So use the real and natural language from the videos. Don't just type into ChatGPT, okay, generate a script for me, and you're never gonna remember that. So that's a problem. So you can learn from past winning evaluation or speech tips videos. So every word, every sentence I said in my evaluations, I can tell you what I borrowed from which video. So that's very interesting, right? And the third one is note down useful patterns and high frequent phrases. When you listen or watch into a video, note down the words that you think you can use one day. Or this kind of words that appears like 20 times, or like 2 times, 3 times, then will be a high frequent sentence. Memorize them and adopt the can-do approach. Instead of memorizing 50 vocabularies about voice, you should try, I can give a practical advice on vocal variety. How to do that, how to achieve that. Maybe you just need 10 vocabularies to do that. But although you seem like, okay, I want to memorize 50, that sounds more glorious, more awesome. But actually, you should have a can-do approach. And so I give you a homework. The action is find 5 videos and watch at least 2 times. So you can see this is my YouTube web page, and you can see that for like I watched like over 30 evaluations videos, like give me the enough knowledge to do my evaluations. Also, I encourage you to use this website called Youglish. You can type in any phrase you want and will search the YouTube videos that has the sentence for you. Because after you see someone talking with the words, the memory stick. Because you can see, oh, how these words, how these vocabularies apply to real world. That was really very useful. Even the famous YouTuber Adi used this website a lot. And just a friendly reminder, ChatGPT is good, but usually we just, okay, give me 10 examples of giving advices, then he just give you 10, 20, even 100, but you never memorize that. So that's no point. So you should stick to the real world examples. How do they say? And use ChatGPT for some, okay, explain this to me. I'm doing this in this approach. So that's one of my mistakes. I used to, okay, ChatGPT tell me everything, but lots of things I can never remember. I can even analyze those videos. Like I list down just a few, just name a few. Like list down the 3 videos from champions from other countries. So I write down, okay, what do they say in their opening? What do they say for the test speaker's strength? And how do they say for the transition? Even for how do they transition from strength to weakness? I noted down how everyone do it. And then I note down the time they use for each section. How much time they spend on the strength, weakness, and summation. And that actually really helpful. Because in annual conference, actually 3 out of the 13 contestants are overtime. Yeah, so this is really important. And I even note down the highlights. Why are they so good? What made them stand out? So I can learn from their styles. Also know the rule. You should know how the evaluation contest, how they judge. And you can find it on the official website. The next thing, you have a narrow learning. So then build your library. So I have this kind of notebooks in my app. Like first is common expressions. I know that everything, high frequent words I can use in my speech. Actually, you don't have to memorize like 100 vocabularies. You just need to maybe 50. Then you can ace your evaluations. That's true. That's how I did. So I have useful nouns. Okay, there's a lot of nouns you can use, and then a lot of adjectives. And you can also make a special thing like rhyme, like you can use in your evaluation. Oh, the speaker was so good. It is an inspirational, motivational, and exceptional speaker. And that's actually borrowed from a champion in a video. And then you can use alliteration. In Chinese, that is 头韵. So there has 3E. Okay, say there was educational, effective, and engaging. And in my winning speech, I use AAA, like authenticity, amusing, authority. Yeah, that helped me stand out. Yeah. Also, note down the useful expressions like grab the audience attention. I always like that appears in my speech almost every time. Oh, the speaker did so well. He drew our attention, capture our attention, or keep us attention, or keep us interested or engaged. Or you want to say build a connection, strike a chord with, resonate with, relate to, build a deeper connection. And there's a lot of things. And then how to commend someone, how to praise someone, or how to give suggestions in a more polite way. So how do I give commendations? And to my surprise, the native speakers use the simplest sentence. Like, I love your presence. I love your styles. I love your body language. Just that simple. Don't overthink it. If you are using ChatGPT, it'll give you lots of difficult words, but there's no need. Even champion don't use that, right? And how to make recommendations. You have a good something, and I suggest something is wonderful, and I like to see more of. If you are not familiar with the test speaker, you can do this, like press first and give a suggestion later. And third one is I notice something happened, be more objective. And it's a little bit distracting, so I suggest doing something. And it will be even wonderful to try something. So in this tone, you'll use more like a cheerful tone. Oh, you will be wonderful if you try something. So this is the phrase, I even used it today. And then I'll give you a practice time. So this is what I did. I list down the 7 criteria. This is from the official website. And you have to think about vocal variety, pause, body language, engage audience, stage use, structure and content, and visual aids. And what would you do for the commendation and recommendation? Just in your mind. You didn't see the speaker in real life, but just in your mind, do some mind thinking, mind practice. And by doing so, it has some advantage because we are not native speakers. So if you're there, think about what you're going to say next, and also think about language. You're going to mess it up. You're going to screw it because there are too many things going on in your mind. So for what I did is that I do the best I can to memorize all these kind of high frequent sentences. So on the stage, I don't have to worry about the language. I just keep my contents going. Yeah. So there'll be practice, and I would like to invite anyone, or because we have few people here, so can everyone have chance? Can start with John.
Yes.
If someone have vocal variety, if they are doing good, how would you give them recommendation, like 1 to 2 sentences?
Commendation 是什么？
称赞。
跟 recommendation 有一样吗
？recommendation 是称赞 ，recommendation 是建议。
Oh.
Yeah, like pros and cons.
Okay.
Yeah, pros and cons.
Okay.
So if someone have demonstrate a great vocal variety, how would you commend them, praise them?
Oh.
Tell everybody it's a good practice to do that.
Oh, your voice was just intriguing.
Yeah.
From soft to high to inspirational.
Oh.
I was really brought into your singing.
Oh.
It was like I was traveling with you in your story. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it so much.
Oh, too much. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, John. Because if you're saying too much, you'll get yourself over time. Yeah. Okay, great. And next, Judy. Yeah, Judy, can you give a vocal variety for recommendation? If someone suffered as vocal variety, just always monotone.
So to the speaker, you have expressed clearly on your idea, and we are so inspired. When we hear and we want to follow, if you could try to make your voice projected to the back, so all the audience will be able to enjoy the content as the seat in front.
Great. Excellent. So that it means that you have enough. You are very competent for language in this. You are also good at English, so you have no worry about your evaluation. And next, Laura, if someone have a good pause, use a very good pause in their speech, how would you commend them?
If you say too fast, then will probably the audience will get lost. So if you have in time to pause your sentence, and the audience will just follow you and catch you what's the concept or the idea you want to express. So it's better to pause and from time to time.
Okay, thank you, Laura. And actually, that's more like a recommendation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so in recommendation, we'll say, okay, I noticed when you speak the bottom line, you speak too fast. Maybe next time you can try pause before the important message, and you can make it more concise and to the point. And commendation, when you're doing the pause, you give you capture the audience attention and keep us lean in for your next message. Yes. That was really great. Mm-hmm. And for another one, body language. So if someone have a great body language, how would you commend them? Yeah. You can say.
How do I?
You can say you are doing this so great. Yeah, you can say you're doing so great and why it's so great.
You open your mind and your body and a variety of gesture and fit your voice and makes your vocal variety harmony with your body language.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's really great. And usually in evaluation, we will use a more specific example, like, I love your language. When you imitate your mother like this, we can feel that she's right in front of us and we are very scared. Like this, you give a concrete example. Yeah, because of time, I don't want to go through all of them, but this is just for example. So in my notebook, I'll note down like for each criteria. So I will show this afterwards, so no worries. So I list down every criteria. How should I commend? How do I recommend? Even though there's no such a person right there. Yeah, but doesn't matter. And then I also have this kind of library, voice. How to describe voice? For pace, how do I say speed up and slow down? What's the phrase for it? And pitch, pause, power, punch, tone. What's the word for that? I prepare them. And it's not like I prepare them from day one. It's I gradually collect them. When I feel like, okay, I need that. I don't speak well on that day and I forgot this sentence. When I get home, I just look it up and put it back to my notebook. Right. So it's really interesting that it starts like memorizing vocabulary to more like collocations. 搭配词 mean that first you memorize like confidence. But how do you use confidence in your speech? You can say boost your confidence, enhance your confidence. Yeah, you don't say confidence up. Yeah, that's not good. Although people can understand you, but that's not how we usually use in real life. So that's collocations. Then it turns into sentences. So if I want to commend someone for their body language, just a sentence just pops in my mind. I can just say it without second thoughts. Then even a paragraph. If you give me, okay, I want to say he has a great pose. A paragraph just shows up in my mind. Okay, just from why he's so good and how did he do it and why we should care about it. Just a paragraph just show up in my mind. So I don't have to worry about the language. Just like because the Dragon Ball Festival is coming. So it's like a rice dumpling. You pick one, then everything just come out. Yeah. And also I provide even analyze different types of opening, transition, and endings. Like for openings, like direct opening, you can start with, okay, I love your speech. It's a wonderful speech. It's an inspiring speech. Or echo. You can echo the message in the speech. Find the key message in someone's speech. You can use that in your opening. And third is connection. How the story resonates with your personal experience or the audience in the more broader way. I'll show you example later. And next is transition types. There are 3 transition types. I believe there are more than the categories I just list, but this is just my summarization. First, direct, just in terms of improvement, or moving on to suggestions. Another one is next level. It's about how we can improve together on this strong foundation. Say, okay, you are doing great. How do we keep working together to make it even better? And third is that specific area. For example, how can we make the storytelling even stronger so we can focus on the storytelling tips? And for endings, you can have better. So always, many people, when they are when entering the summarization or ending section of the evaluation, they panic. They don't know how to say. But actually, you can still have some preparation. For example, the better types. So, okay, doing this can take you to the next level. It will be even more wonderful. Or you can say like blessing. Okay, I look forward to your next speech. You'll achieve greater success one day. Creativity. So you can refer back to the speech, create a full circle. More like an echo. I'll show you later. Or just thank you, that's fine. Yeah, even a champion do this, just thank you. So it's about your content. I'll give some examples I used before. For opening, so it's about a dancing arena. It's about a woman who wants to try dancing, but when she was young, her mother discouraged her from dancing. So she wanted to dance after she became an adult. So she was doing really well. So what's my opening? I show the connection. Like, okay, I love your speech. It was so inspiring. Do you know what? Whenever I went to a KTV, I was just like singing, yeah. And then my friends were like, Fong, are we listening to the same song? Or you just reinvent the melody? And I was discouraged. And now after listening to her speech, I was inspired again. I want to try again until I have no friends. Yeah, like this. And a linking experience from another member say, how he managed his social media. So I say in this, but he wants to overcome his anxiety. So I say in this opening, if there's one thing that can unite the world together, that would be anxiety on the internet. Like this. And the ending parts, I use sometimes I try to add some creativity. Like this speech is about Cooper. It's her dog, passed away last year, and she decided to adopt a new dog. So it's a very touching, heartwarming speech. So in my ending, I'll say, okay, you can do this, you're great at this, you want to improve this, and still, we are so lucky to have you. But you know what? You're the luckiest one because you have Cooper, your dog. Wow. Yeah, so that's the creativity part. Okay, so beyond narrow learning, actually you have to expose yourself to lots of different types of English material based on your interests. If you love music, listen to music channel in English. All right, so you still have to expose yourself to different kinds of knowledge, different kinds of videos or English materials, so that you can make your evaluation have more reach. Okay, so next is output. Iterate on styles. So I know myself, I'm a lazy person. I'm not the kind of person that was wake up early every day and study English. So I know myself, so I change my strategy. I just ask my VP, can you assign me individual evaluator in every meeting? And even goes to other VPs from other clubs. You can arrange me for her IE. I'm very happy to help you. So for the past 2 years, I delivered over 50 evaluations. So that makes why I don't practice evaluation every day, but I practice at every meetings. So that counts. And it's about creating environments and systems that fit you. So I'm not just saying that, okay, you should do like me, but you can find your own ways that fit you. So also, just to mention how I take notes. This is my version one that is followed from also from a evaluation workshop from a champion. And it's about strengths, area to improve, suggestions in summary. Okay, and this is you can take the notes during the speech. And then this is my current version, because I still need the area for writing down the notes. What did they say? The keywords, and then the opening I want to do, the good part, the bad part, and the closing. So this is me. And many people ask me, do I have to do verbatim scripts or not? So verbatim means 逐字稿. So for a period of time, before I went on stage, I write down the verbatim script of the evaluation, just quick writing. Then I found it a little bit, when you use this kind of verbatim script, your voice becomes robotic, because I want to memorize every word. I want to 100% follow the script. But now I just move on to this kind of just list the main points, because all the sentences, paragraph in the input from the input part already imprinted in my mind. All right. So it's based on your need or your current status. And for starters, if you are a beginner for evaluation, I would suggest you apply the template, because you're going to be nerve-wracking to stay on stage to do evaluation. It's like impromptu speaking. So one the best way to calm your nerve down is to apply the template. Like for my first 20 speeches, I always start with this opening. Good evening, everyone. It's my honor to evaluate someone's speech, and what's a wonderful speech for my first 20 evaluations. It may sound like, oh, it's boring, but it's super helpful when you're nervous because this sentence will make you calm. Okay, you can just organize yourself, put yourself together, and move on to the next sentence. And for good points, I'll just say, okay, when I finish my opening, I say, there are 2 to 3 things I love. First one, da da da. Second one is your da da da, like this. And transition, I will use this in terms of improvement. I use like 30 or 40 times. Not kidding. Just always use that word. But don't compromise, undermine your content. And improvements, I will always use this sentence. I noticed something, and I might suggest you do something. Be very specific, or you have a good vocabularies. You have a good language command. You have great command for language. But it would be better if you slow down a little bit. If you do something, an ending, just keep up a great ABC, and don't forget to do XYZ, and your speech will be even better. So this kind of template, I use it almost every time, and it never fails me. And it has some ways to ease your nerves because I know, unlike prepared speech, you have lots of time preparing. Evaluation always wreck my nerves. So first, it's like just like what I said. Apply the template and stick to the high-frequent words in your library. It's not about showing off how many words you know. It's about giving the evaluation effectively. So, and if the joke doesn't land, it doesn't work, just smile and move on like a pro. And forget your lines, that's fine. Just slow down and even your mind. And check your notes or the audience. Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, don't show them you're really nervous. And time control. I always use this like 15, 15, 30. If you want to give 3 good points, or split into the first good point only take 50 seconds. The second one, 15 seconds, and third one, I want to stress that, so give it 30 seconds. So I'll give a time it every time. And also for another part, I'll time myself. Also, here's some cheat sheets for different types of speakers, because you should, although it's an impromptu speech, you still have to prepare. You still have ways to prepare yourself. Like if you find someone is entry level, so most of my evaluation will be like encouragement and over 2 to 3 clear and actionable how-to tips. And for people like high energy, like very energetic, so I was always suggest them to turn down their energy of voice during sad emotional moments. Like 80% of times when I see someone like high energy, I'll give them this kind of tips. A little bit like cheating, I know. And for the people who are really calm on stage, I would suggest them to try a dramatic gesture, expand the stages from here to there, or inject some humor, try some humor. And if someone is nervous and can identify a specific nervous habit, like he's glancing in the ceilings, just tucking his shirts, ask him to stop doing that. Or if you're like a confident person, so you can ask him, because he or she always like too confident, he always feel like he or she is right. So you can ask him to focus on the content. Have you provided enough examples? Or you gave too many subtopics, it's a little bit distracting? Or do you end too fast? Do not provide enough time for the audience to absorb your message? And for someone who is really rational, just like me, I'm an engineer, so I'm super rational. So you can ask him to add 1 or 2 emotional moments or personal vulnerability to enrich his speech or her speech. And you can maybe make some emotional speakers, maybe talk about something sad. Her grandmother just passed away, her dog just passed away. You can ask him to, don't forget to summarize and evaluate your message to a broader audience. It means that because they are too focused on their message or their emotion, But not everyone has the same experience. So you have to summarize so everybody can find how to apply to it. And for the champion level, just perfect speaker, what do you do? So for me, I just feel like, okay, I just provide my personal perspective. It's not about, okay, you should do like in my way. I just provide my personal perspective for your reference. So don't stress yourself out if you meet a champion speaker. So also, here are some tips for different level. If you're a beginner level, stop self-deprecating yourself and overpraising the speaker. I have countered this many times for beginner evaluator. They will be like, okay, today Robert, wow, he's so great. I love him. He's doing so well. I don't have nothing. I'm so weak. I'm incompetent. I cannot evaluate him. So I just have two very humble suggestions. Like this, don't do this. Because no champion do this. Even though you know the speaker is far better than you. He or she is a champion. But don't do it. Don't do overpraise and don't self-deprecate yourself. And second, don't get caught up in the content. Focus on the delivery. It means that sometimes you may not understand the speaker really well, but that's fine. You don't have to figure out each sentence he or she said. Just notice his or her delivery. Because sometimes for some beginner speaker, you don't know what they say. The English is not fluent enough. That's fine. You can keep your eyes on the delivery. It's not about the whole script. Third, stick to the templates and common expression, just like I said before. For intermediate level, maybe lots of you are in this level. First thing is use the third person pronouns and use we in the suggestions. Now, use third pronoun will make it more objective. Instead of, oh, you are doing, your vocal variety needs improvement. You can say, Robert's vocal variety may need some improvement. So some more objective, less personal. And second, be specific. What is the exact good moment? Just like you just practiced 10 minutes ago. You say, okay, your vocal variety is great, but why is so great? Maybe he'll lower his sound when he talk about when his dog died, or when he energized to share his joyful travel experience. Like this. And remember, it's a performance. So show, don't tell. Show them why it's so great and show them how to improve and make sure the people not just test speaker but also all the audience can learn from this evaluation. And fourth is work on different types of opening, transition, and endings. And for advanced level, I would say pick a high fruit like content and structure. Avoid the low-hanging one, like nervousness, time control, and forgetting the lines. If you want to compete for the championship, if you found, okay, the test speaker nervous over time, you don't have to pick it up. Because everyone, even the speaker, you know, the audience knows, the test speaker knows they are over time. They're doing this not very well. You don't have to say it in your evaluation or in your suggestion. You can find the higher fruit to impress your audience. Second, be selective. Whenever I finish my evaluation notes, there will be like 5 suggestions, but I only have to pick 2 or 3. So be selective and put yourself in the speaker's shoe. So you should provide suggestions that they can apply immediately. So you're not like, okay, by doing this, you can be the world champion. It's not working. They just want to be a little bit better. So think in their shoes. And third, creative opening and ending design is really important. And fourth, you can use acronyms or impression or memorization. Okay, the third one is mindful. And I want to talk about this because back to the heart of the evaluation, we have to remember why we evaluate. We evaluate to motivate and boost confidence of the test speaker. We are not only for ourselves, we are for everyone. So by offering actionable suggestions. So many people just, okay, you should do this, you are not doing this right, and you should do this and that. But is that actionable? Is that applied to the test speaker? Maybe yes, maybe not. Think about it. And it's also performance. So pay double attention to your audience and keep them engaged. Remember, connection over perfection. Yes, connection of evaluation. And be mindful in the moment, enjoying the style, know your style, feel the vibe, enjoy the moment. It's very important to have fun on the stage. And adopt don't be who you are, be the one you want to be. You say, oh, I'm just nervous, I'm nobody. But that's fine, I'm truly a nobody, but they don't have to know. I can act like somebody, right? And next is, be mindful to your feelings. If you feel nervous, maybe just walk from here to there to calm your nerve, and nobody notices you're nervous. And recording, very important. Record your performance every time. So this is the checklist I made before the contest. Because again, there are lots of bad habits before the contest. I make sure when I'm on stage, I can eliminate these habits. So I will also show this afterwards. So this is a quick recap: input, output, and mindful. So you can see the recording back then to have a detailed view. So come to the third chapter, the spotlights. Know your battle and win. So just like I said, it's an impromptu speech. It doesn't mean I cannot prepare before the contest. So I prepare a countdown notes for me, just like, okay, if I encounter this situation, what will I say? I make a note the one night before. And prepare in advance, like a lot of chords and acronyms. The acronyms I use on that day is not just impromptu. I prepare this a day before, just a list of acronyms. And mental rehearsal, I watch the video, the videos in 2023, and imagine myself on the stage. Okay. So this is the notes I take before my countdown notes. The thing I think I'm not so good. And we'll listen to a test speaker catch a surprise moments and weird moments that you want he or she to improve. And only note down keywords and grab the key message and find the deeper connections when you're listening. So this is my notes at length. So you can see it's very concise, to the point. And while you're on the stage, make sure you have a strong opening. Calm your nerves. And when I stay down, my wife asked me, oh, you look so confident. But actually, I'm not. I made tons of mistakes. Like even in my third sentence, I made a grammar mistake. I said, oh, is that familiar with you? But actually, is that familiar to you? It's a mistake, but I didn't show that I'm nervous. So that's fine. And actually, from my watch, and when I was on stage, my heart rate reached 130. So I'm super nervous. I just pretend I'm not. By neglect minor mistakes and focus on the connection of the audience. With clear and expressive gestures, I just make clear and gestures very clear and show that I'm very confident. And choose your words selectively. So many speakers in their transition, they're like, okay, evaluation is very important. I want to give you some suggestion for your improvement. That took them like 20 seconds. For me, I just like, okay, in terms of improvement, I'll give you a few suggestions. 3 seconds. So I have more room for my other content. And next is time control. Just like I said, 3 out of 13 speakers were overtime. So my tip is, when you see the green card, make sure you are on the second suggestion. So that's a key. When I finish my speech, finish my evaluation, and the room really erupts in applause. Yay! And even I wrote down the other speaker, other contestant, congrats to me, even though the contest haven't finished. Well, you're doing so well. At first I thought, oh, you're just flattering. But at that moment, I know I did it. Because I feel the moment of connection, real and powerful. It's not about, okay, I want to be a champion. It's about, I enjoy on the stage and I have a deep connection with the audience. So that's my tip. Thank you.
Thank you.
And please, can you help me to scan this QR code to help me to give me some feedback? And I'll attach the link after the feedback. Yeah. So no, if you want to see the material, please give me a feedback.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do so.
Or ask the people next to you to give you the link. Go ahead.
We have a little bit time for
Q&A. Yes, please.
Okay.
Q&A, yes.
From your point of view, when you give evaluation among so many contestants, and do you think the test speaker, him or herself, will feel most beneficial from yours as you are the champion? Or how do they feel? Well, what's your reflection on this?
Okay, so just like I said, don't pick a low-hanging fruit. So you should aim for the difficult one. Like nobody else even noticed that from your unique perspective. So you have to train yourself to see things in a different ways and how to summarize things. Like, oh, why it's so good? And how do we make it so good? And what distinguish me from other contestants is like, I'll give my unique perspective. Like how do you do that? Through examples, demos, even acting on the stage, like do this and do that, even do a role playing on stage. So that's really concrete and actionable for the speaker. So that's the difference. Hope that is helpful.
Thank you.
All right, okay, thank you.